Sue can't be with us today, but she has sent a message to conference. Let's hear from Sue.
Well, this is all new, isn't it? I'm here, but I'm not there. So welcome everybody to Conference NFSP 2023. A welcome to Minister Hollingworth and to Nick Reid, Post Office CEO. I can't tell you how devastated I am to not be there in person. I thought I was going to make it, but again, my illness has stopped me, so I'm very sorry about that. But I thank my NFSP family for all your support, your calls, all the way throughout my illness. I've had different people message me and everything, and it's meant such a lot to me to keep me going. I also want to thank the people who know who they are, who have been at the end of a telephone line at 2 and 3 in the morning, listening to me rant, to cry and to moan. So I must thank you all. I also want to thank Sarge for stepping up when I'm not there, when I'm not available. And I also want to wish Tim Boothman well. He takes over as chair after conference, and I know he'll do a fantastic job. He's a good guy, he's honest, and he's straight to the point. There's no messing about with Tim. So good luck with that, Tim. And thank you. And I also want to thank the North East region, my region. They've been there, they've stood by me, they've helped, they've called, messaged, really supportive. And I want to thank them as well. The North East is simply the best. But I'm here and I'm still fighting, not only for me, but for you and other members unable to attend. It's been the greatest of honours to be your chair for the past 2 years, something I never even dreamed of being possible when I first joined the NFSP family. It's amazing. We have a shorter conference this year, but very much focused on you as postmasters. We have Nick Reid, CEO of Post Office Limited, and Martin Roberts, Group Chief Retail Officer of Paul. And also in attendance, we've got Minister Hollingworth, who, as well as being the MP for Thirsk and Malton, which is not far away from me, he's also the Minister for the Department of Business and Trade. Both will be giving you a brief overview of their vision for the future of the Post Office network, and we'll be taking questions. Members, let's help them understand how critical and difficult it is within our Post Office network due to declining revenues and increased costs. We know because we are the ones day after day facing the customers. Even throughout COVID, when everybody else went home, we were there. One thing I must say is, will you please make your questions direct and to the point? No long statements, please. We've got lots of people that are waiting behind you in a queue that want to ask questions, and we want to give everybody some time to do so. We're in a new world of working, and we're ready for that. We know that, to change, to move with the times. But now we find ourselves in a situation where we are fighting not only competition from other couriers and Royal Mail online, but from those closest to us, such as drop and collect and prepaid parcels. And to be honest, I believe that's just the start of more to come. The very business that we invest in are stabbing us in the back at every turn, cutting our remuneration to the bone, feeding us scraps, whilst they take a larger percentage of the product payments. I make no apologies for what I'm about to say. It must be said. There's a new network. It's been quietly built, but in full view, taking business away from under our noses and expecting us to keep quiet, thinking it's acceptable. Well, no, it isn't acceptable. And no longer are we prepared to tolerate this loss of business. It's time for postmasters to stand up and be counted and to be listened to in the highest of circles. We must fight. Members, we must fight to keep our investment alive. Our fellow postmasters need us, and we are here. So members, I want to tell you, please go back to your branches, to your regions, and tell those unable to attend. We, the NFSP, are behind you. We stand side by side. So it's important that we work together to make all ministers aware of our perilous situation, and this has already started. We will highlight in any way we can. Members, The NFSP has your back. We must be listened to. We must see a change in the way remuneration is calculated. The Chief Executive of the Post Office, when he took up his role in 2019, he made it clear he was going to be resetting the relationships with postmasters as a priority. Mr. Reid, where is the evidence that this has been achieved? The picture painted by Post Office is a garden full of roses. This simply does not exist. It's been overtaken by the nettles and weeds due to a lack of care. Closed branches are being replaced by pay-zone corner shops. It seems we've been misled again. Buying a pay-zone network for the technology, you told us. That's what you said. No post office transactions will be done across their counters. Post Office highlighted this, yet there it is. A post office lozenge outside their door, doing business that should only be done in our branches. Post Office tell us, don't worry, the numbers are too few. However, Post Office, you said the same about PayPoint 15 years ago. Look at the number of outlets they've got now. And if the transactions are so low at drop and collect, meaning they are a cost to Post Office Limited, then pray do tell me, why is then the business continuing to roll out the pay-zone network? Is it because there are bonuses being paid for keeping the government set criteria? The government needs to look at this. Do we still need 11,500 post offices? Online is taking a lot of business away from the high street, and we acknowledge as an organisation change is needed. Therefore, we have to look at new opportunities. Meanwhile, many postmasters are on the verge of bankruptcy, locking the door, walking away with nothing but debt hanging around their shoulders. This must be addressed as well. This is not right. This is not fair. In reference to the Network Transformation Programme, we were assured any post office that wanted to leave the network could do so with a 26-month payment. This money was ring-fenced until a replacement could be found. That was good. That was something the NFSP could agree to. But now, for those that are left hard and unable to place, plus where age and health is a factor, Post Office are now saying, sorry, only a 12-month payment, take it or leave it. We can't afford anymore. Excuse me, Post Office and government, can you please apprise us all, where has this money gone? Money you already held in your accounts to convert the whole of the network. Where is it? Turning to the inquiry, why should 350 million required to cover the costs associated with past mistakes of the Post Office prevent postmasters of today being remunerated properly? These weren't our mistakes. These were mistakes made by the Post Office and government, not us. I've written to my own MP, who happens to be the Prime Minister, and the response I received indicates that they are still letting the Post Office board run the business. Well, it didn't work out well last time, so what makes the government think it'll work out this time? Why should Post Office use commercial revenue derived from postmasters to cover their mistakes? Errors that the board were aware of, yet still spent millions of taxpayers' money defending the indefensible and ensuring that the victim remained guilty. Yet still not one member of the Post Office has been held to account. Morally, if they have any morals, resignations must come from the board. For a company the size of Post Office Limited, there have been a heck of a lot of mistakes. And if they were not constantly being bailed out by government or had postmasters, retail businesses propping them up, then the shutters would have been brought down a long time ago. The Post Office, along with government, must recognise our investment in the business. We aren't salaried. We are not, as the buzzword seems to be, a franchise either. We are all independent business people who've invested a lot of time, effort and money to make our business work. A role that's not easy at the best of times, never mind considering the pandemic. It most certainly has not been a walk in the park as the high streets become more deserted each week. All of us, looking to add different offerings in our retail survive to prop up a dwindling post office remuneration. Minister Hollingworth, it's your first time at conference. I hope that you're prepared to listen and to act on the things you hear from postmasters today. The real story is the government must provide more work for our network. Work that has been promised time after time, but nothing ever materialises. And yet the country is in a desperate situation. ID cards, passport delays, parking and speeding fines are just of the few of the many things we, the NFSP, have put forward repeatedly. The business you take away from us, NS&I, look at the mess it's in. TV licences, how many are not paying because they're not at the post office? Government need to look at this, Minister Hollingworth. So I challenge you, Minister, what work are you and this government planning to put through the post office network? That is my challenge to you today. Mr. Reid, when post offices are closing at an alarming rate of at least 6 per week, can you then tell me why do those in Finsbury Downs employed on salaries that the average postmaster can only dream of keep coming to us with sometimes old rejigged ideas that didn't work the first time around? Do they have any idea what's involved in running a post office with retail combined? As a self-employed business person, sending them into a classroom for training or visiting a post office just doesn't cut it. So can I ask you, Mr. Reid, what new work is coming from post office that will give us at least the minimum wage? We're not earning that now. We need products that don't cost us money to transact over our counters. The threat to our businesses is real, and we intend to do all we can to survive. Thanks all for listening. Make sure you have your voice heard, members. Enjoy Conference 2023. Thank you.